So why are we here? As an organisation, Roundtable Global is absolutely passionate about creating balance. And what that means for us is equality, inclusivity, and finding our balanced place in the ecosystem. As an organisation, we've only been going for 1 year, but we've been working collectively for a couple of years together. And I'm going to share with you some statistics in a minute of what we've managed to create in the last year as an organisation of just 5 people. And the reason why I want to share that with you is to inspire you that anything is possible. Because the reason for having today and the reason for all of our summits is bringing people together from a cross-section of society to come up with ideas and, more importantly, real actions for change. So we are really interested to hear what these things mean to you and what you feel like you can do after you've been inspired by our amazing speakers in terms of taking those actions out. And we feel like everyone who attends the summits are pebbles that are being dropped in the water, and the ripples that go out are far-reaching. We've been running the summits in Tokyo, Dubai, London last year, and then we've just got back from Los Angeles. So we really are taking this message out there globally. And everybody who gets involved in our events also gets to be part of our global alumni and network. And some of the things that are happening project-wise across the different parts of the world that we're working in are really, really exciting and really inspiring. And of course, now you're part of our network. We'll share all of those with you and see if there's things that you want to connect with. The first summits were very much about inspiring mindset change, and they were very focused on ideas. I just want to really drum it home that today for us is about action, and every time we ask you to work together as a group, what we're looking for is real solid actions for change. It's easy to talk about these things, it's easy to have an opinion, to have a dialogue, but it's less easy to walk away and to actually do something. But we know from the work that we're doing that if you really, really want to, and you have this great support system around you, then you can make it more effortless. And that's what we're hoping to help you to do today and to inspire you. You're going to be working in cross-functional groups. I'm going to hand you over at some point to Charlotte and Zoe, who are going to take you creatively through the day. You are going to stay in those groups all day, but there'll be an opportunity to swap seats and get to know each other better. So really familiarise yourself with the talent that you've got in your group. If you have a young person on your table, then please work hard to make sure they're involved in the conversation. There's no hierarchy today. There's no age in this room. Everybody is equal, and everybody has equally as good ideas and solutions as the next person. So what are we going to do with those ideas? Anybody who came to the previous summits know that we are in the process of creating a documentary. So we want to capture all of the ideas, but we've decided to hold it off slightly until we're ready to show some of the real commitments to action that have happened, and we can inspire change in other people. The United Nations have said that they'll distribute this documentary globally for us, so we're hoping again to create a ripple effect in the countries where we've not yet gone to. And hopefully for your networks and your connections, we can do that more effortlessly too. As I've already said, we are working really hard to create a groundswell of change, and I sat down, I think it was last week, and we were at the end of our year 1 for Roundtable, and as I say, there's 5 of us. We do have an amazing support network. We have contributors in most of the countries we work in, but really fundamentally there's us 5, and I wanted to write down what we'd achieved in just a year, so I'm going to share with you some stats, and again, just to reiterate, this is just to inspire you of what's possible if you're really doing something you're passionate about. So in our first year of Roundtable, we took 71 women through SHINE. SHINE is an empowering women program which is about developing leadership, unlocking potential. And actually we've just started with our sponsors, Mizuho, who I'm going to introduce you to run Mixed SHINE, because the men in the organisation said, hey, this isn't fair empowering women, what about the men? So this week, we literally finished yesterday our first ever Mixed SHINE, and it was absolutely amazing. We enjoyed it so much. We've run 8 SHINE programs in 3 countries. We've run a SHINE taster workshop for entrepreneurs and mothers. We've done 4 summits in 4 countries with roughly 400 summit attendees, including 150 students. 1 workshop with 70 students from a school in Dubai. 2 TED Talks, 2 Bold Talks. We've talked at nurseries to parents and teachers. We've run Innovate programs in 2 countries for young professionals. We've run future-proof programs about going beyond sustainability for graduates. We've run workshops for imagination, creativity and play, looking at making change happen. We've had hundreds of meetings, phone calls, virtual connections and synchronistic conversations. We've had 6 articles published, read by over 13,000 people through LinkedIn, 2 features published in Marie Claire and Femina, potentially reaching thousands of readers, news reports, news features, Positive Youth Awards, which we do every year. And if you're interested in being involved in anything that's about recognising and rewarding young people, then speak to us about Positive Youth Awards. It's a really fantastic event, running it again this year in October. We've delivered programs, workshops, talks and summits in Japan, Delhi, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Egypt, France, London and Los Angeles. So in our first year we've really taken this globally, and a lot of it, most of it has been funded by Roundtable. So we make sure that everything we do is inclusive. As you know, attending this summit, it's free to attend, and what we're really trying to do is create that groundswell of change. So in total, and this is a rough calculation, 657 people, not including yourselves, have been directly touched by our message through our programs and summits. At least 15,000 have been made aware of what we're doing through our talks, articles and features. And there's thousands who have been indirectly touched through the ripple effects and our constant conversations. So every single person who comes on our summits and comes on our Shine programs keeps in contact with us afterwards and tells us what they've been doing and the programs and initiatives they've been creating. And again, we can share those with you so you can see how this is building and swelling and what you've become part of. And as I said when I started this talk for you, I'm really, really excited to see what this new energy in the room today can bring. And I love the fact that there is such a balance of young people, people sort of my age, slightly older, and a really good balance of male and female, because sometimes that is quite difficult to get into the room when it's about empowerment. So fantastic, and thank you all for coming. I'm going to talk to you again a little bit later on today, but I want to introduce our sponsors, Mizuho. So without our sponsors, this summit wouldn't be possible today. We really do rely on partnering with corporates and other organisations wherever possible, because as I say, we are a small organisation doing big things. So if you want to get involved in future, then do let us know. I'm going to introduce Kim Cowling, who's going to speak on behalf of Mizuho, who has been an absolute champion for the work that we've been doing in the bank, and really helped us to bring the first Mix Shine into existence. So thank you, Kim. Let me tell you a little bit about Kim. Since graduating in 1980 with a degree in business studies, Kim has worked in HR across sectors, including initially in the health service and local government before moving into the private sector, initially in the airline sector and then banking into the late 1980s. During this time, she's worked with various cultures, the Russians, Americans, British, Arabs, and has worked for the last 24 years with Mizuho, a Japanese bank in London. In Mizuho, she started as an assistant manager in HR, and following a merger of 3 banks, was appointed head of HR in the newly formed Mizuho Bank in 2002. Over time, with successive promotions, she is now joint general manager, responsible for infrastructure, excluding IT. This wide-ranging role includes being European head of HR for the bank. In this role, the remit is to strategically attract and develop a balanced and diverse workforce, representative of the communities in which Mizuho operates and the clients they represent. In addition to this, she is also responsible for facilities in which she is currently responsible for delivering a 3-year design and build of the new One Mizuho European headquarters, Mizuho House, in the city, corporate communications and also business continuity. So please help me welcome to the stage off.